The Nike Vaporfly 4%, an innovation that sparked controversy.
If you read the IAAF rule, it's clear that these shoes, as designed in 2016, were illegal.
Shattered world records. And brought competitive running into the public eye.
The Zoom X Vaporfly sneaker is coming under scrutiny for giving athletes a seemingly unfair advantage.
It is a shoe that changed racing as we know it. But with its newest siblings, is it even relevant? The Nike Vaporfly 4% was released on July 20th of 2017, which makes the shoe a little over 3 years old. This is the second version with the fly knit upper, same midsole though. The 4% took the racing world by storm, showing up on every competitive runner's feet. Runners wore them for marathons, half marathons, 5Ks, and even track races. The 4% were on top of the world, but a new shoe was just around the corner. The year is 2018, and Nike's top athlete, Eliud Kipchoge, is towing the line on a crisp September morning. With months of training, he has prepared himself to run 26.2 miles faster than any other pair of legs have in the history of humanity. The camera pans down to his shoes, and that's when fans watching from all over the world see Nike's prototype of their next greatest shoe. The gun went off, and Kipchoge and his two best friends, adorned in orange, began their journey. A little over 2 hours later, the Kipchoge gang returned and brought with them a new marathon world record, along with invaluable marketing for Nike. This new prototype shoe caught the attention of runners abroad. Would it ever be released to the public? How much is it going to cost? Is it better than the 4%? All of these questions spark curiosity and anxiousness for the release of Nike's newest shoe. But while runners fantasized about the newest shoe coming to market, the 4%'s time as the go-to racer was quickly fading. 10 months later, Nike did release the newest prototype shoe, the Vaporfly Next%. A higher stack height, new upper, wider footprint, and rumors that it was even more efficient than the 4% quickly made the Next% the road racing shoe. Although the Next% was on center stage, the 4% wasn't gone just yet. It had a lower price point, and the running community suggested that it may be a better option for track use. But these notions didn't last very long. Soon enough, runners were choosing the Next% over the 4%, even in the case of track racing. Things were already not looking good for the 4%, and they were about to get even worse. A chemical company known as Ineos announced an event where they'd be catapulting the great Eliud Kipchoge into the record books yet again by holding an event where he'd run under 2 hours in the marathon for the first time ever. Of course, lots of things needed to be put in place for Kipchoge to even have a chance at this monumental record. A fast course, pacers, extensive training, and multiple rehearsals were all part of the lead up to this event. But in true Nike fashion, the icing on the cake was held top secret until Kipchoge towed the starting line.
Few minutes before countdown. What on earth is going through the mind of Eliud Kipchoge?
Kipchoge came to the line.
How quickly, how fast is his heart beating?
And just like at the Berlin Marathon, Nike's newest weapon was revealed. The Alpha Fly.
We have liftoff.
Kipchoge and his pacers took off.
This car is gone. We've lost the laser. He's getting now. It's now all down to Eliud and the pacemaker.
The gloves are off.
He's getting quicker.
is racing right now. This is racing.
He's on his way here. This humble farmer who used to run 2 miles to school every day and back. He used to go to the nearest town.
And less than 2 hours later, Kipchoge and his 2 newest best friends cross into the history books yet again.
Pointing, come on, he says. Eliud Kipchoge has the hand of history on his shoulder. He has less than 200 meters to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock, into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge, on his shoulder, 140, 140, the unofficial time.
This is wife.
Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna. 1:59.40, the unofficial time. The first man to run a marathon in under 2 hours.
It's a sight seen millions of times by runners all around the world. Kipchoge blasting into the record books yet again. And just like after in Berlin, people could not wait to get their hands on this shoe here. So where are we now? Do people even remember this shoe? After Nike's multi-year reign of having the only super shoe on the market, other brands have begun to catch up. New Balance, Brooks, Adidas, and others now have their very own performance-enhancing shoes. The market is now saturated with so many options to choose from, some of which are being used to break records that were set in the 4%. With all this being said, I think we can come to a conclusion. Is the Vaporfly 4% still relevant? Well, apparently Nike doesn't think so. After selling thousands of pairs of the 4%, they have since vanished from their website. The only way to get your hands on these now is through third-party sellers, sometimes paying a higher price than even the Alphafly. And with a new iteration of the next percent on the way, it seems unlikely that Nike will manufacture another round of the trusty old 4%. As more world records, national records, and season bests come from the new generation of super shoes, runners will reach for those options before the 4%. Top that with the recent release of Nike's track spikes, and the 4% no longer even have a home on the track. So it looks like the shoe that started it all is now a thing of the past.